What if I told you that the moment you stop chasing him is the moment he starts remembering everything, not just the laughter or the way your hand felt in his, but the way you made him feel like the only man in the room? The truth is, he may act like he's moved on. He may smile beside her, pretend like you were just a chapter in his story. But one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, he will look around and feel a silence that only your presence used to fill. And when that silence gets louder than any noise, he will regret losing you. Not for a week, not for a year, but for the rest of his life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." And right now, this pain, this heartbreak, it feels like it's standing in your way. But this isn't the end of your story. This is the beginning of your transformation. Because when a woman finally chooses herself, she becomes unforgettable. And no man ever forgets the woman who chose her worth over his confusion. Imagine a garden. You watered it every day, gave it sunlight, gave it life. But he walked away, thinking he could find another bloom just like yours. What he didn't know is that your garden was rare. It wasn't grown from convenience. It was grown from patience, loyalty, and love that only you could give. And now the flowers don't bloom for him anymore. The gate is closed, the path back is gone, and all he has left is a memory of the warmth he once held and lost. He didn't just walk away from a relationship, he walked away from a home, from comfort, from the kind of love that could have healed him if he had only stayed. But queens are not made to sit at empty doorways, waiting for boys to grow into men. Number A, woman who knows her worth will not stand still for someone who couldn't see it. And now, beautiful woman, this is the moment you rise, not to prove anything, not to win him back, but to live in a way that makes him feel your absence louder than your presence ever did. This is where you begin to live as more than the woman he let go. This is where you begin to live as the queen you were always meant to be. If this message touched something deep inside you, if it reminded you of your strength, your beauty, your worth, then show some love. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we are here, pouring our hearts into every word, working hard to bring you the truth, the healing, and the power you deserve. You're not alone on this journey, and together we rise. Number 1. Be the peace he never finds again. What if the thing he misses the most is the silence? Not the kind that hurts, but the kind that healed. The way your voice softened his anger. The way your energy quieted his chaos. The way your presence made even the loudest days feel calm. He didn't lose noise when he lost you. He lost peace. And peace. That kind of peace doesn't come around twice. He may not see it now. Right now, everything may feel exciting with her. Loud laughter, new stories, fresh attention. But one day, when the thrill wears off, when the masks come off, and when the noise feels too loud, he'll search for you. Not for your words, not even for your touch. He'll search for how you made him feel. He will crave the calm you brought. He will long for the safety he didn't even realize he had. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And when he imagines you at peace without him, thriving, glowing, living beautifully without needing his presence, that's when the suffering begins. Not because you tried to hurt him, but because you became the one thing his heart can never replace: stillness. Think of a quiet lake at sunrise, the kind that reflects the sky so perfectly you forget the difference between earth and heaven. That's what your love was. Not loud, not chaotic, just healing. And he He skipped a stone across it and walked away, thinking the ripples wouldn't matter. But now he realizes he destroyed the very reflection he didn't know he needed most. He lost more than a woman. He lost his home, and now that home is locked, the lights are out, and the peace he once held in his hands is forever gone. That's how you become the woman he regrets losing for the rest of his life. Not by shouting, not by chasing, but by becoming the peace he will never find again. So, rise, softly, silently, powerfully. Let your calm be louder than any chaos he runs toward. Let your stillness speak the truth that words never could. This is your time to live as the woman who no longer waits, only reigns. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I am the peace he will never find again. Let him feel the silence. Let the world feel your power. And if this touched your heart, if it reminded you of the woman you are becoming, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working every day to create these life-changing lessons just for you. Because you were never meant to be forgotten. You were meant to be irreplaceable. Number 2. Let your absence echo louder than your presence ever did. What if your silence could say more than all the words you ever spoke? What if your absence became the one sound he couldn't escape, louder than your laughter, heavier than your presence, more haunting than any goodbye? Sometimes the most powerful message is the one you don't send. And when a man loses a woman who once made his world feel alive, it's not the noise she made that he remembers. It's the silence that follows her leaving. He expected you to cry. He expected you to call. He expected one last message, one last plea, one last moment of weakness. But instead, you vanished. You stopped explaining. You stopped proving. You let the quiet do the talking. And slowly, it began to sink in. She's really gone. That feeling, that's not peace. That's regret. Seneca once said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." And right now, your courage isn't in fighting for him. It's in walking away without looking back. It's in choosing silence over begging, grace over revenge, and power over pain. When a woman stops showing up for a man who never deserved her consistency, it creates a storm he was never prepared for. Think of a candle in a dark room. You were the light that gave him direction, comfort, warmth, but he took that light for granted. And now the room is dark again. He reaches out, but the glow is gone. That's what your absence does. It doesn't just leave a space, it creates a void he can't fill. This is no longer about him. This is about you becoming the woman who no longer waits to be seen, the woman who chooses herself so completely that her absence becomes the sharpest reminder of what he lost. You are no longer the woman who explains, you are the one who disappears, and in that silence becomes unforgettable. Lovely woman, this is your moment. You don't need to scream to be heard. Let your absence echo so loudly that it shakes the ground he stands on. You are not broken. You are reborn. You are stepping into your power now, not as the woman he lost, but as the queen he will never have again. Affirm this now. My silence will echo louder than my presence ever did. Queens, write this in the comments and claim your power. We are here, pouring truth and strength into every word, because you deserve nothing less. Number 3. Carry yourself like he already lost you, and make him feel every step you take away. Have you ever noticed how he only starts looking back when you finally stop looking his way? That strange moment when your silence says more than your words ever did. He thought you would always be there, didn't he? He believed that no matter how far he pushed, you'd still be standing in the same place, waiting, hoping, loving. But now Now you carry yourself like he already lost you. And that's when the regret begins. There's something powerful about a woman who walks away with grace, not because she's weak, but because she's finally tired of being strong for the wrong person. He may not feel the loss the first day, maybe not the first week, but one day he'll wake up, look around, and realize your light isn't there anymore. Your laughter doesn't echo in his space. The comfort you once gave, gone. And every step you take forward away from him will feel like 1,000 reminders of what he will never have again. Walk like every step away from him is a step into your empire. That's not just a quote, that's a truth. Imagine a sunrise that no longer waits for the night to pass. It rises anyway. That's you. You are no longer the woman begging to be chosen. You are becoming the woman he regrets ever letting go. You gave him warmth, safety, loyalty, and he traded it for a moment of ease, for someone who doesn't know the depths of his soul like you did. But you carry yourself now with a quiet fire. You're not chasing him. You're not proving anything. You're just becoming untouchable, and that will break him in ways you never could. This is where you rise. This is where you step into your worth, not for him, but for you. And once you do, he will feel every step. He will watch from afar as you glow in a world that no longer includes him. And the woman he once ignored will become the woman he can never reach again. Now is your time. No more waiting, no more shrinking. You were never small. He was just too blind to see your power. Carry yourself like he already lost you, because he did. Write this in the comments, queens, and claim it. He lost me, and I will never walk back. We're here, working hard to bring you the kind of truth that helps you rise and reign. Number 4. Be the fire that warmed him once and now burns in a place he can never return to. Have you ever noticed how quickly a man forgets the warmth that once healed him until that warmth is gone? He walked away thinking the fire would keep burning for him, that no matter how far he drifted, your love would still be waiting. But fire, when left unattended, doesn't stay. It fades, it dies, or worse, it becomes something he can never touch again. And by the time he realizes what he lost, he'll try to come back. But that same fire, it will burn in a place he cannot reach, because the woman who once kept him warm has now become the flame that lights her own path. Seneca once said, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests the strong, and you have been tested. You gave your love, your time, your heart. You offered your warmth like a home he never had to earn, but he didn't protect it. He thought the fire would burn forever, no matter how cold he became. He was wrong. Because now that you've stopped feeding it with your effort and your hope, that fire no longer warms him. It warms him. Think of a candle in a dark room. When the flame is small, it's delicate, easy to blow out. But once it grows, once it becomes a wildfire, it consumes everything in its path. You were once his candle, gentle, steady, always there. But now you are the wildfire. He can look, but he can't touch. He can remember, but he can't return. You don't need to beg for him to miss you. He already does. He just doesn't know it yet. But one day he will sit in a room full of people and still feel alone, because the woman who once lit up his world is no longer his to hold. You are not a fire to keep others warm. You are a force that rises on your own. And now, beautiful woman, this is your moment. You are no longer waiting in the ashes. You are no longer hoping he turns back. You are becoming the woman he will regret losing for the rest of his life. You are becoming the fire that once comforted him, but now burns far beyond his reach. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am the fire he can never touch again. Queens, this is your power. This is your truth. Let it rise with you. If this message touched your soul, if it reminded you of who you truly are, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're working hard to bring you real, life-changing lessons because queens like you were never meant to be forgotten. You were meant to reign. Number 5. Be unforgettable in the way only real love ever is. Have you ever wondered why certain people are impossible to forget? Why, no matter how much time passes, the memory of their love still lingers like perfume in the air? That's the power you hold, the power to be unforgettable, not because you begged, not because you chased, but because you loved him in a way no one else ever could. The truth is, he may walk away. He may think he can replace you, but one day, when the excitement fades and the truth sets in, he will remember you, and not just your smile, but the way your love made him feel alive. A wise quote says, "Some hearts leave marks that time can't erase." And that's exactly what real love does. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's deep, steady, and impossible to duplicate. You were not just another chapter in his life. You were the part he'll keep rereading when he can't sleep at night. He may find her hand, but it won't hold him the way yours did. He may hear her voice, but it won't calm him the way yours did. And that's not ego speaking. That's truth. Think of a song that once meant everything to you. No matter how many new ones you hear, that one still hits different. That's you. You were his favorite melody. He just didn't know it yet. But one day, when everything feels too quiet, too flat, too forgettable, your song will play again in his mind. And that's when the weight of losing you will finally hit. You gave him real love, honest love, love that stays even when things aren't easy, love that listens, that believes, that stands tall even when shaken. And now you walk away not because you're weak, but because you finally know your worth. You are not here to prove anything. You are here to rise, to heal, to build a life so full that his memory becomes too small to fit in it. And now, beautiful woman, this is where your crown returns. You are no longer the one who waits. You are the one who reigns. No more shrinking, no more chasing, only rising. Let him remember, let him regret. But you move forward like the queen you've always been. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am the love he will never forget. We are here creating these life-changing lessons with love and truth just for you. Let's rise together. Number 6. Glow so hard in your healing that he's blinded by the woman he can no longer touch. Have you ever seen the sun rise so bright that you couldn't even look directly at it? That's exactly what your healing should feel like to him. Blinding, powerful, untouchable. He thought you would fall apart without him. He thought walking away would leave you shattered and silent. But what he never expected was for you to glow. He expected to find you broken. He expected to see you crawling back, hoping he'd notice you again. But instead, you started rebuilding. Not loudly, not for attention, but piece by piece, day by day. And now, every time he sees you smile, every time he hears your name, every time your light reaches a place he never imagined, he feels the sting of what he gave up. Rumi once wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." And that light, that is what he sees now, but only from a distance. He doesn't get to feel it anymore. He doesn't get to stand in the warmth of your fire. Because you've become the kind of woman who heals so fiercely, so beautifully, that he can't look at you without feeling the weight of his loss. Picture this. a diamond once buried in the dirt. For a while it looked dull, forgotten, overlooked. But once it was cleaned, once it was held to the light, it was too bright to ignore. That's you. You are the diamond he mishandled. He thought you were just another stone, but now your shine is blinding, and your value is something he can never afford again. This is about more than just healing. This is about transformation, the kind that turns heartbreak into power, the kind that turns rejection into redirection, the kind that leaves him staring in disbelief while you rise, radiant and untouchable. So now, beautiful woman, it's time. Time to stop dimming yourself for a man who couldn't see your worth. Time to stop looking back. Because from this moment forward, you don't just rise, you reign. You live in your power, walk in your truth, and shine so brightly that he can only watch, wishing he never let you go. Affirm this in the comments, queens. My glow is the proof he lost the rarest light. Write it proudly. Let the world know you're no longer shrinking, no longer breaking, no longer waiting. We are here, working day and night to bring you the words, the truth, and the lessons that change lives. You're not just healing, you're becoming unforgettable. Number 7. Be the lesson that haunts him when love no longer feels the same. Have you ever wondered when exactly regret begins? It's not in the moment he walks away. It's not when he posts pictures with her or pretends like he's fine. Regret starts quietly, much later, when the nights feel longer and the love beside him no longer feels the same. When he smiles, but something inside him feels empty. That's when your memory walks in, uninvited, and stays. Not as a thought, not as a what if, but as a lesson. The lesson that haunts him. He thought your love was replaceable. He believed that what you gave so freely, your loyalty, your softness, your fire, could be found again. But he will learn in the most painful way that love like yours does not come twice. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." But this change, this loss, it won't delight him. It will remind him that he had something rare and he let it go. Imagine a song that once made him feel alive. It played in his car, in his room, in his heart. But now, he can't listen to it. Not because it's gone, but because it hurts. Because it takes him back to the feeling he lost. That's you. You're not just a memory. You're the lesson playing on repeat. The melody of what could have been, and no matter how many arms he holds, that music won't stop. You don't become unforgettable by waiting. You become unforgettable by becoming, by rising from the pain, not to prove your worth, but to live in it. You don't chase him. You don't call him. You build. You grow. You glow in ways he never thought you could. And one day, when he sees you from a distance, happy, unbothered, unreachable, he won't just miss you. He'll feel the weight of his own mistake pressing on his chest. And now, lovely woman, this is your moment. The past is done. You are not broken. You are the storm that came after. The fire that burned down who you were, so you could rise as who you were always meant to be. No more waiting. No more wondering. No more looking back. Write this in the comments and claim it, queens. I am the lesson he will never forget. And if this message touched your soul, if it reminded you of the power that's always been inside you, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you real, life-changing lessons. You are not here to be forgotten. You are here to reign.